You're rolling.
Hey, this is Crow with Crow's Crapology. Welcome to Crow Sports Crapology. We're doing the NFC East preview right now. We're going to preview that division with the Cowboys and the Giants and the Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Or the Washington Losers, whatever you want to call them. So in the NFC East, you're going to have the New York Giants are going to win this division this year, believe it or not. They have the best coordinators in the league. They have the best defense in the league. They probably have a top 4 or 5 defense in all of football. And they got Steve Spagnuolo leading the defense. And he's done this for years, like 20 years in the NFL. So they're going to kick some ass. Also, they've signed Brandon Marshall as a free agent wide receiver. Yeah, he's kind of nutty, but he's a big wide receiver to go with Odell Beckham, the short, fast wide receiver. And they still got Shepard, the fast wide receiver. So the Giants are in pretty good shape. They got Perkins out of UCLA at running back. They got Ben Vereen, who can dance into the end zone, tap dance, you know. Okay, and then they got Drone, and they got some other running backs. They made some draft picks on defense and on offense, and I'm going to reach off camera and grab my notes because I can't remember all of it because, you know, sometimes I drink. So I got the notepad. All right, so if I could see this, I'm blind too. That's another problem. And you know, if I was on the right page, it would help too. So, but believe me, their defense is going to kick butt. They're going to have a top 5 defense. Anyway, they got Gallman out of Clemson, the other running back they got. So let's run. You remember Gallman? He's in all the championship games the last 2 years in college football. The guy can run the ball. So that's another good backup running back that they're going to have. And they got Tomlinson out of Bama as defensive tackle. Anybody from Bama on the defense is a great defensive player. I mean, Nick Saban, come on. People might not like him, but the guy can build a defense. He's been building defenses for years. And they got a real good offensive tackle out of Pitt if they need another lineman to protect Eli Manning. They got Mike Sullivan, an offensive coordinator. Don't know too much about him, but he has been working with Ben McAdoo, the head coach, for some years. So it should work out for the Giants. I think Eli's going to have a bounce back year. And I think the Giants take the NFC East, believe it or not. Everybody's going to go with the Cowboys because of Dak Prescott and all that stuff. But teams are going to be able to scheme to beat Dak Prescott this year. They've seen him now. They got him on video. These guys have been defense coordinators for 15, 20 years in the NFL. They're going to be able to game plan for Prescott. Anyway, talking about Prescott, the Cowboys are going to be the second team in the NFC East. Yeah, they're going to come in second. They still got that offensive line. They got an awesome offensive line. But they got Jerry Jones. And what does Jerry Jones equal? Jerry Jones equals trouble. 4 players have been in trouble in the offseason, including starting running back Ezekiel Elliott. So they're going to have some problems. Jerry Jones pretty much lets players do whatever they want. They don't punish them, so that's the way it is. Their defense is still weak. They got some pretty good draft choices on defense. Taco Charlton out of Texas A&M. They got a couple cornerbacks, a free safety. And they got Joey Ivy out of Florida. They have a big defensive tackle. But Dallas, I don't think they're going to do it. They brought in like Wade Wilson to coach their quarterbacks. He'll probably wind up being a good coach one day, but I think this is one of his first couple of years coaching. They got Leon Lett coaching the defensive line. Scott Linehan, decent offensive coordinator, but I don't know. I just don't think they're going to do it. Rod Marinelli doesn't have enough talent to work with on defense. He's not that great a coordinator to pull this stuff off without some talent. So I don't see the Cowboys doing it. I don't see Jason Garrett as a really good head coach. They have had some really good talent, and I think that's how they got by. But that's the Cowboys. The Philadelphia Eagles will come in next. If they come in second in the NFC East, I wouldn't be surprised. If they get a wild card spot in the NFC playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised. The Eagles are going to be led by all-league quarterback Carson Wentz. He now has Torrey Smith to throw to and Alshon Jeffrey. Go along with Nelson Aguilar and a couple other rookie wide receivers. They got running backs. They drafted, actually, the stud out of San Diego State, the nation's all-time leading rusher, Donnell Pumphrey. This guy is a stud. This guy will probably, he's going to get on the field. He'll be one of the 2 running backs that they use all the time. They still have Ryan, I'll get injured every year, Matthews.
Yeah.
They still got Darren Sproles. They got Smallwood and some other guys. But Donald Pumphrey's a stud. That's going to help Carson Wentz. Alshon Jeffrey, big wide receiver, is going to help Carson Wentz. And then he's got the speed guy, Torrey Smith. He's got the speed guy, Nelson Aguilar. So the Eagles should be okay. They still have a pretty solid defense. If I could get to my notes, I could tell you who is all Doug Peterson's assistant coaches, which I don't know off the top of my head, which I should, but I don't. And, well, you know, I think I need an assistant here.
Fill the dead time.
Yeah, you know. It's
you know what I think you need, sir?
It's like,
I think you might need one of these.
Oh, wait, my crew's telling me I need another drink. You know, it could hurt, but usually it doesn't. Anyway, can't find the Eagle crap, so I studied it the other day. I'll go off the top of my head. Anyway, their defense is going to be pretty solid. Peterson seems to know what he's doing. He's good on offense. He's really good with quarterbacks. Wentz is going to be better. He's got more weapons. They got good running backs. I know they added a couple guys in the offensive line to protect Carson Wentz. So the Eagles should come in third, and they could get a playoff spot. You never know. The Washington Redskins are the other team in the NFC East, and we don't really even need to talk about them. They're terrible. They might win 2 games, maybe 3. Their starting quarterback, Kirk Cousins, doesn't want to be in Washington with the Redskins. He wants to be in San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan. And so that's the start of their troubles. They're going to put a starting quarterback on the field that doesn't want to play for that team. So it's completely ridiculous. Unfortunately, Jay Gruden, who I think is probably a decent coach, has been in his history, is going to get screwed because they're only going to win 2 or 3 games, and everybody's going to blame Gruden, and it's really not his fault. So if you're a Redskins fan, forget the NFL season. If you can't switch to another team, to following another team, get on a bandwagon or something, I don't know. You're going to be like drinking a lot of Jack Daniels or something, or whatever you drink, because you're going to have a long season. Anyway, that's my NFC East preview. We're going to have the Giants winning the NFC East. Dallas Cowboys going to come in second. Eagles going to come in third. The Redskins, we don't even want to mention them. And this NFC East preview is brought to you by Lucky's Pool Hall.
Nice.
#1 pool hall in the South Bay. Oldest pool hall in the South Bay. If you have a date, you can go there. If you're a serious 8-ball or 9-ball player, you can go there. They got leagues there. They got 20 beers on tap. Please, nobody under 18. If you're going to drink, you need ID. But anyway, brought to you by Lucky's #1 pool hall. Thank you, and signing off, Crow.